what do you do? Like, what are some of the big things you do to get people involved in what's going on at the school?
I'll give you a little bit of background on how it got its start. I used to be dean of students at a high school, and it was a great high school that had let itself slip a little bit when it came to being intentional about relationships. And when I talk with teachers rolling into this job, they used to say, I feel fine in my classroom, but I don't feel safe in the hallways sometimes, or at the very least, they'd say, I feel like a stranger about being in the hallway. And the solution for that is easy. You get your butt in the hallway. But if the dean of students just says, I need you to get your butt in the hallway, no one listens. So my very first mission, my very first school culture climate intervention I had is super simple. I was like, hey, I just need you get out and introduce yourself to 5 students you previously didn't have the opportunity to meet. Now, we were 1,500 students in that school and over 100 certified staff members, plus all the support staff. We repeated that mission once a month for the entire school year. And it sounds simplistic, but if I had half the people doing it half the time, we literally generated thousands of positive interactions that would not have happened without it. The other thing I did with that is I pulled in 13 teachers that I called my advocates, and I said, they were the people that were doing this kind of jam anyway. But I said, I'm going to ask you a favor. I'm not telling you to do this. You engage anyway. I'm going to give you a specific way I want you to engage every week. And I told them about this first one, introduce yourself to 5 students. And I said, number 1, I need you to do that. And they're like, word, we can do that. Number 2, I said, when you're in your office, your shared office, and my email on the mission comes through, and your office partner says, here's another one of those dumb emails from the dean, I need you to turn around and just tell them about the kid you met. You don't have to get in their face. You don't have to say, hey, we're supposed to do this. Just tell them about the kid you met. Just let them know about the positive outcome. And so from there, every week, we come up with something that student, staff, parents, everybody can volunteers that they can engage in, that people can see happen, where they're interacting with someone in their community in an observable way. Like, so that's the very first one. The one we're doing this week is called Signal Boost. I got a friend that's an author on the West Coast. His name's Johnny Hoosier. He's super rad. He just had an article get published, and I did something so simple, man. He shared on Facebook this article got published, and I just reshared it. And he messaged me back, and he was like, thanks for the signal boost. And I was like, what do you mean signal boost? And he said, you got my signal. You boosted it so that more people are going to hear this. Because of that one thing you did, more people are going to pick up on this. So our mission this week is signal boost. If you know anybody that's doing something positive or saying something positive, boost their signal. Tell at least one other person about it. So every week we just come up with something that's like, and seriously, Tyler, most of the time, all it is a conversation. Here's a conversation you would not have had with somebody that maybe you would not have initiated it with without this plan.
Yeah, that's good. And I feel like a lot of times, and I want to say it's just educators, because we feel very like we've got homework or assignments like drilled into our brain. Yeah. But I think it's with anybody. I think that as long as you have something that's thrown out there, most people will go to it. It's just they don't even think, because they get into the routine. They don't think to push themselves ahead. I know, like even something as simple as whenever I was vlogging, I found myself doing more because you think, oh, I need to do something today for the vlog, or I need to like, you make the story, like just by putting it out in front of myself, you run towards. It's like that, like dangling a chariot, dangling a chariot of carrots in front of a rabbit. It makes them run after it, as opposed to them just chilling and looking around in the woods. So I think that's great.